All right, so this is exciting.
What if we kissed on the Jers?
The what?
The Jers.
The chairs, but where's the J coming from?
No, Jers.
Yes, but so I'm assuming that Jers is chairs and something else fused. So where are the J? Where's the J coming from?
No, you're kind of on the right path, but not quite. You should check TeamSpeak.
Oh God, what did he just send me? Gene Stairs.
The Jers. I'll be right back.
Have fun. God damn it. All right. Well, round 1 is going to be, and I'm going to be covering rounds 1 and 2. Then I will be spending round 3. I'll raid Barb. He'll cover round 3. I have to spend it setting up some new hardware for the channel. God damn it, Barb. Thank you for the 38-month resub. Nonetheless, it was a good joke. Hope we enjoy shoutcasting together tonight. But regardless, we'll hear from him in a second.
Send in.
There we go. I know the notification speeds over the past few weeks has been a little slower than usual as well.
What if we kissed on the Jers?
Yeah, the freaking chairs. And Quiet Steak, thanks for the resub as well. I hope you keep enjoying everything. I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. And as I predict with Barbarian, with what happens every week, I always have some last-minute additions to the freaking multi because people decide, oh, the round's beginning. Better make sure that, you know, I get my thing in, even though the streamers are probably busy starting by now.
Send in
Lamau.
Team 6 now.
Let me go ahead and
Love the Jers.
put that
Jers.
in. BJ, I'm going to hurt you. Thanks for the 19-month resub as well. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. But this is round 1. Again, I'll be covering rounds 1 and 2 with Barb. Barb's going to do round 3, and while he's doing round 3, I'm going to cut my stream, go raid him. And so I have this really cool new piece of hardware to set up. And oh, Yasuhiro is also here. He's going to be on standby to help me set up. He had me watch this video. I've got everything ready to go. I know how to set it up, what to look for. And hopefully starting tomorrow.
Back.
Welcome back. Thank you for the
my
Jers.
drinks.
Nice.
Yep. I see the Jers were a hit.
Yes, they were quite the hit.
A lot of people are going to be kissing on those Jers tonight.
I bet. Okay. Yasuhiro saying it's in quotes
What, you got a problem
new
with people
because yes,
kissing on
I've
the
had it
Jers?
for like 6 months, but I haven't had the time to set it up. No, you know, people can do whatever they want. I really don't mind. I put the multi in the casting couch chat. It is just going to be 4 of us. Between you, me, A-King, and Yanni Finn. But otherwise, we have what looks to be a checkpoint and a fob with a lot of custom build-ups on the Clen Hill, which is always a fun AO. Because that's a relatively flat area on top of a hill on Chinaris. We normally see, Chernogorsk, always get those words confused. We usually see a lot of custom build-ups on that position, and it looks like tonight is going to be no different. So, lovely. So, I guess I'll go ahead and read the brief.
What do we see usually, Liru?
What, up on that mountaintop? Like,
Yeah,
depends on whatever the custom people want to make, you know?
T4 took me, as you
Yeah, I
showed me,
figured as much. And also, Arcor, one of the FNF staff members, will be joining us to make sure we don't say any seditious literature or words or, you know, anything against FNF. He's like the Chinese liaison officer, just making sure we're behaving, so... Hi, Arcor.
Oh, yes, Arcor.
Are you not Arcor?
Yes.
I see. So Arcor might not
gotcha.
even be his real name. Regardless, going over the briefing, this mission was made by Mountain. Background is a contingent of Russian forces are assaulting Ukrainian military outpost atop a hill north of Crimea. Wow, how topical.
Crimea River.
See, I want to smack you for that. That was actually kind of good. That was actually kind of good. Okay. See, that's the thing. Lately, your jokes have actually been hitting. And I normally smack you for that one. And it wasn't horny either. Like,
Yeah.
you're improving.
You know, sometimes
get a
I
cookie.
want to make a living off of this eventually. You know?
Area of operations, Ukrainian crisis has heated up. Russian forces have begun to assault key Ukrainian military installations. Gosh, installations. I love it. He can't spell like me. Across the whole of Ukraine. Mission rules, please not attempt to access top of the garage bunker. It's been closed off for a reason. Interesting. So I actually... yeah, okay, so the top of it, so they don't have an overwatch position or the ability to fortify the top of it. That makes sense. So yeah, they built that up, I guess, for a balancing concern, but A-okay, that's fine. Regardless, how do we want to do tonight? You want me to just go over all the settings? Do you want to go over AO's roster? What do you want to cover today, Barb?
You're pretty good with the roster, I'd say.
Okay.
So I'll take care of, yeah, AS.
All right, and then Arcor as the last
Just
thing.
gonna sit here and judge you.
Yep, sit
Sure.
here, judge us. Feel free to interject if you want to.
Sounds about right.
I know, right? Like moonshine.
let's give him a
All right,
warm
so do you
up,
want to
shall we?
cover Blue 4 mat settings, game mode? What do you want me to cover?
Yeah, if you want to do mat and loadouts, I'll take care of the AOs once you get done with all that.
All right, cool. So game mode is add sector. Simply how it works is Blue 4 has to defend 2 sectors. How they defend it is they have to have an infantryman in either or both sectors. All they need to do is hold 1 by the end of the 50-minute round. Rounds are 50 minutes plus 15 minutes as a safe start. And it has to be an infantryman. The infantryman can't be in a vehicle or a static, as in within it, you know, like a scroll wheel option, get in, get out. They can be clipped into it, such as the back of a truck, for example. But as long as they're not physically in the vehicle, well, it's hard to explain, honestly, now that I break it down. But, for example, they can be in the back of the truck bed, but they can't be, like, in the entity itself. If we see an example of that,
They
I will
can be
point it
in
out.
the truck, but they can't be in the truck.
Yes, let's go
Yeah,
with
it's
that.
simple.
Very simple. But they also have to be conscious. They cannot be knocked unconscious, otherwise it does not count. When Op 4 start entering the sector, once all of Blue 4 is eliminated or knocked unconscious and Op 4 has 1 person at minimum in the sector will then be considered taken. Blue 4 cannot then retake the sector. So, with all of that said, let's go ahead and look back on the mission info here. Just want to quickly look at the mat settings. I don't know why it's separate from the actual roster information, but it just is. Blue 4 have 2 different mat gunners. Interesting. So some of their medium anti-tank squads are just going to get Mazes with anti-tank rockets, 2 per person, meaning the gunner gets 2 and his assistant gets 2. But some of them also get RPGs with 3 AT rockets and then 2 HE rockets per person, which means that squad is going to have 6 AT and 4 HE rockets to utilize against both vehicles and infantry. Interesting call there. Meanwhile, Op 4 just get the RPG 32 with 2 AT rockets per person. Otherwise, going ahead and looking over the Blue 4 settings, I assume the uniform is going to be a Ukrainian build. Yep, modern Ukrainian army, multicam camouflage made by Maz. He made like 20 different things of this for the new roster builds, which is great. Loadouts are going to primarily consist of AK-74s, the MP443 handgun is the secondary, LMG and medium machine gun are going to be RPK and PPAP respectively. Light anti-tank is going to be the RPG-26, single-shot disposable to mirror Allah from what we normally see in Blue 4 kits, but it's Ukrainian, so it's slightly different. Recon's going to get the T5000 sniper rifle with the 2 suppressed shooters in the X-ray team, aka the Recon team, having the choice of the 45-round AKS-74M or the AS Val, which I believe has 20-round mags. Pros and cons to taking either one has more ammo while the other one has more stopping power, but both are suppressed. Just the Val is integrally suppressed. And then the crew aviation guys will either get a carbine, AKS, or the PP2000 if they want to rock a submachine gun. Assets-wise is quite interesting. They have an older Huey model. It's not the up-armored Venom one that we sometimes see utilized, but nope, this one is just a regular Huey with 2 side turrets, 2,000 rounds, 5 mags of 7.62 by 51 NATO.
I gotta interrupt you. Bay has already gotten his BRDM stuck on the topic of assets. He has beached it by sticking a wall underneath the center body of it.
Amazing.
And it looks like they will be trying to nudge it using
with the
a
tire glitch.
Let's see how this works out.
You know what? I'm just gonna step in and There we go.
Arcor's an admin. He fixes it.
Damn it!
We wanted the content. Oh
I
well.
wanted the vehicle to fly into the garage and kill
I don't
everyone.
want him to blow it up.
I know.
I do.
We do for the content, sir. I'm sorry. Anyway, that BRDM's at the bottom of the list has both the 7.62 by 54 and the 14.5 millimeter guns. They got 4 Gaz's trucks if they want to transport around. 2 static 50 cals. Now these are the vanilla ones because they have the shield and they have the holographic sight, which some people like, some people don't. You can see it right here. They got 2 sit-down NSV turrets, which I believe are just 12.7. How do I put it? Historically, they're supposed to be also chambered in like 14.5, but Arma doesn't reflect that unless you rescript it yourself. As you can see, 12.7 by 108 right there. And then they also have 2 transport off-roads from the looks of things. So overall, not a bad roster. They could do some pretty good maneuvers with that BRDM for early scouting, coordinating with the helicopter to try to find where Op 4 is going to come from, because this is a relatively big AO. But with any vehicles that are quick to move and are armed, like armed cars, 117s, or BRDMs, they really, really do exceed in just kind of charging the enemy's convoy as they go into the deploy and trying to eliminate units early on to help nullify the attacker's numbers advantage. But let's go ahead and look over at Op 4 here. Op 4 are going to probably be the Russian EMR kits, but let's confirm that it is Russian EMR kits. Okay.
Well, you know, again, timing. You know, timely. It's accurate.
Exactly, for the time. Loadouts are going to be pretty much it's going to be a mirror match in terms of weaponry, in all honesty, because both have AK-74s. If we wanted to be super historically accurate, the Russians would have more advanced AK-74 models, but because you can't really find those in Arma without going into Cup or a few other specialized mods, RHS is RHS. So going to be pretty much a mirror match in terms of the weaponry. Uniforms and kits for their vests and whatnot are also going to be mirror match because FNF has a special mod that rescripts all the values of all vests, chest rigs, and sets them all equal as if everyone was wearing a vest. Though I will say I do find it a little suspicious when a group of people run Alton helmets and they take like 5 headshots to the face before they die. Everyone claims desync, but I have seen it happen way too many times. Regardless, vehicle assets, we have an MI8 Super Hind. It looks like they have a flare pylon and 3 different PKTs, so it is the gunboat version. They also have parachutes in the inventory of the helicopter, as illustrated by that little parachute icon when you look at the asset itself and scroll all the way down to see in the inventory. So we could see an air assault base landing with paratroopers. They also have 10 transport Gazes. These are the transport car version with the ability to turn someone out. I think those can carry 6 or 7 people at a time, but with this asset page we can actually look at it and it'll tell us 9 people at a time technically. And then 2 BTR 80 alphas that have the they added a smoke launcher to them, funny enough.
That's just the 80, not the 80 alpha. The 80 alpha has the auto cannon on it.
Yeah. Oh, did I say 80 alpha? My bad.
Yeah, and yeah, that smoke launcher is standard, I think, on all 80 models.
Oh, neat.
And it's nice, yeah, just a nice little thing for the. I think the commander uses it.
Really good smoke screen taken.
Oh yeah, but usually when you need to use it, it's already too late. But hey, you never know.
Odds seem blue on blue pretty high. You always see at least
Good to
one
know that
FNF,
it's there.
and we did see one in the first round of EU. All right, otherwise, let's go ahead and break down the roster here. We're going to start with Op 4 because I ended with it. We have Naders commanding. I haven't seen Naders command a lot, but I do see him do it occasionally, so I'll be curious to see what he does with this type of strategy. So hopefully it's good. X-Ray, he's got Yanni Finn leading, who is on the multi. He's got Banks, Fred, and then some other members of Scandi. Nas is going to be taking the T5000. Whiplash and Purton are going to be the suppressed shooters. Whiplash going for a suppressed 45 RPK round AKS 74, and Purton going for the 20 round AS Val. I think in this terrain, considering the AO, I think the Val would be a little bit better of a choice because in the tree lines, you're going to be able to get really close to your targets. The Val is good, but only at close ranges. It starts to suffer around mid-range.
100, 150 meters is about the limit for that thing to be really effective. Once you get to that point, bullets start dropping and going so slow that it's really hard
it doesn't
to
do
be
too much
effective.
damage. Because if you want to go longer ranges at that point, you want to go for the AKS with that 45 round
Send in
magazine
goat
for at least
team
suppression's
6
sake. But I think having
now.
1-in-1 is a good trade-off for everything that is there. Regardless, looks like they're actually going into the helicopters to deploy as recon. That makes a lot of sense. And
We'll see if they use the parachutes.
they could. Nielsen going to be leading Alpha HQ, Sablin being the dedicated vehicle crew member because these are assigned to squads. So I'll see if he'll have a gunner probably taken from either Alpha 1 or Alpha 2, but we're QSX. Norris playing as a light machine gunner. Norris does excel in the machine gun roles. We've seen him play some, or make some really powerful plays with that, so I'll be curious to see what he does with that group. We got Bolt, Drake, Maz, and Dribab? I think that's how you
What?
say it. Under Alpha 1. But Alpha 2 has Montgomery, Carlson, Garcia, Kane A, who is different than the Kane we see in Papega. But he is also on the multi, by the way. And then Eagle and Gary.
There are many kings in Arma.
I see. Vagrant has Bravo HQ with Kevin, Tyler, and Waldo. Bravo 2 has Doubt, Raven Master, Chadwick, Green Shade, and Toast. I am seeing a fair...
That's Rave Master.
Rave
please.
Master, my bad. I am seeing a fair bit of new names in here, which is always great to see some new blood within FNF. Delta HQ has Captain Arcane in there. Actually, I don't know if Arcane is the one on the multi or Kane A is the one in the multi. We literally have so many different people named Kane in FNF, it's hard to keep track.
We also have a Chadwick Bossman.
Yeah, I saw that above. Who knows?
Chadwick.
Let's see if Chadwick can make some
Chadwick.
good explosive plays. There were some really cool explosive plays in EU. Like,
Really?
Oh,
yeah, round
People
one
really
was
threw 'em on the
amazing.
front.
People were throwing them left and right. It was great. Multi-kill galore. But otherwise, got Muniz, Filthy, Ethan, D Barnes, Chaos. I had to go over his name because it was cut off. Mini B, which is Mini Believer, and Arcane. It looks like he merged with that group. And then you have Schnuffle, Zoni, Artisan, and Space Cowboy Carl being a pilot and 3 gunners for the helicopter, which I don't agree with that much personnel within the helicopter. I think 1 gunner would have been enough, and then just had them cycle through the different seats and had those 2 guys in the squad themselves. I mean, because 2 guys like that could have just driven a BTR instead, but to
Yeah.
each their own.
To be fair, if one of the crew, if it's a
Lord Silver
two-man
Swift,
crew
thank you
and
for the Twitch Prime sub.
and one of the gunners gets shot
It's
out,
round
or
1 of
the gunner
NA.
gets
Hope
shot,
keep enjoying the operations.
then
Hope getting a
there's
nice
not
kick out
much
of
that the
scenario.
pilot can do to defend itself. But with multiple gunners, there's someone on every gun. So to their credit, I think it's kind of insurance that they stays effective in the air.
I get it, though.
assuming
The
the pilot
helicopter's
can
number
shot.
69, so, you know.
Oh yeah, and the BRDM for the Blue 4 was 420.
Nice. Amazing.
We do see them starting to mobilize and get ready as 30 seconds left on the clock.
Gonna quickly go
before we
over Blue 4. We got Despo, Commando, Asai, and Timok under him. They also play an OFCRA. They're pretty well rounded players and commanders, in my opinion. Ilbanek leading X-Ray with Ash, G-Legs, Falcon taking the sniper rifle with Mountain and Rory being the suppressed gunners. Both of them taking... Hold up. No, G-Legs is taking the sniper, so I'd assume Falcon is taking... Yep, he has a suppressed 45-round RPK AKS, and so does Rory. But I'm actually looking at the guns. Yeah, so Rory has an RPK magazine, but Falcon does not. He's got a regular plum mag of 30 rounds. That's kind of interesting. Maybe they
it's
get
only
both.
like 145 and then some 30, so he's gonna keep the 45 in reserve.
Quite
if he needs
possibly.
it.
Sam, Tiger, Kabaya, and Lolo just merged with Jib Style for Alpha HQ. Alpha 2 has Loki Patriot, Dr. Dumba, and Nurse, who we haven't seen in a while. I'm glad that he's back. Cosmonaut leading Bravo HQ with Thorn, Cyrus, Poe, Brennan, Warwick, Cool Breeze, Wiki, Nutty Person, Roster, and Coda. Roster and Coda from the Vega Pirates. The rest of them from I think either 19th MRB or another group, and I always get it wrong. So if you're in chat, feel free to correct me. Bant and Chow. I haven't seen Dooley on tonight, so I guess Bant is chilling with Chow. Taking Gamma 1 for that BRDM, and then Pierce flying with Saddam and Wise being the gunners. Again, I don't think they need 2 gunners. Just 1 would have been enough for that 1 extra player on the ground, especially considering this is like a 70-player NA match here. But Blue 4, it looks like they've gone for fully holding Sector 2 and foregoing Sector 1 because of that limited player count. Your thoughts, Bart?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if the investment that both sides are putting into their helicopters will pay off or not. I think this fight, like many others, will come down to the assets. Red 4's BTRs should be able to, use these wide open plains or clearings, fields, whatever you want to call them, to their advantage with that big 14.5. They gotta look out for the Wild Mat team as well as the other BRDM. The helicopter can't do much to those BTRs other than spot, but if it can spot them and direct the BRDM to their position, or at least alert them of their position, then they might be an effective little hunter-killer kind of thing. As far as the AO, we see Red 4 pushing up pretty directly from the south, and actually that BRDM gonna be a little off-timed here as Red 4 Bravo gets to the forest and actually dismount. So if they were a little bit later, they might actually, Blue 4 might actually have spotted the squad.
Blue 4 got there first. They were on a bit of a holding pattern on the road that they're going down, kind of watching it. Now they decided to go down to the road. I think this would have been a little bit better if the Huey just stayed around the BRDM a bit more to spot targets. Now you see them kind of aligning a bit more, but if the Huey was above the BRDM to call in that the Vics were coming in that direction, I think the BRDM could have intercepted, because for a play like this, or excuse me, a scenario like this, there's only two ways you can really utilize the Huey. And right now it seems to be firing down at the BTR, which it does have some people on top of, which is weird because you can fit those 5 people in the BTR itself. But the Huey can be used for either two roles. Spotting for the BRDM to engage enemy forces coming in, or trying to fly around to find where that MI8 is going to deploy to then try to intercept and shoot it down, which is a risk because that MI8 also has guns, as stated in the brief. So, kind of an ineffective use of assets in my opinion. They're relying a little more on luck because of the size of this AO. Bayant just doesn't realize right now that he's super close to the enemy forces here. But he is in the low ground right now because Op4 seems to be doing on what honestly on the map looks like a smart call. They're dismounting and then they're going to follow the tree lines in and probably go through the town of Kelm.
Ooh, that Huey going for some close shots on the top of that BTR.
Yeah, I see that.
It's getting really close for that.
Surprised that gunner isn't trying to look up and engage.
Yeah, he's got the RPG-32. This is a perfect shot for him.
Yep, he decided to hold. And I think that's because the BTRs themselves don't have dedicated gunners. I only saw dedicated drivers at the squad level. Mimi is on the gun, but I think Mimi might actually be AFK because I don't see any movement of said gun, and they can't do anything to get on the gun, so they're actually going into the gas station building.
That's not good. And they are actually within view of some of the people up on top of the hill. The sniper is on top of that big water tower, and I think would have eyes down there. Yeah, Craig Lug's looking down onto the situation, just seeing the bullets.
Yeah, the view distance is over a click as stated in the mission variable, so they would actually have the view of this position because it's within a click.
This distance, even with that sniper rifle.
Now, here's the sad thing, though, about the Huey. The guns are not able to pen the top of that BTR, unfortunately.
No, 7.62 NATO. It is powerful. It's not that powerful. The 50 cal or larger to do that.
Now you're seeing some shots from that water tower that you called out. That's X-Ray firing, I think, with one of their static 50 cals. Maybe the sit-down NSV. It is the sit-down NSV. But those shots were a little over.
I wonder, I did say, they need a 50, but I wonder if a 50 at this distance would still be effective.
I think it could still pen. But it'll take more shots. It'll do less damage.
From that NSV.
Yeah, they're starting to turn green, but it's still... I think it could still pen.
I just don't know if it's that powerful. If they keep the driver's hatch open, it's definitely powerful enough.
Ooh, some small arms fire actually getting up to the chopper there.
Yeah, they need to figure out what they're doing, but they are doing a great job of just keeping them suppressed and unable to move. Now, where'd that BRDM go down? It's going now...
it's all the way down to the south. It's going to be a little ineffective. Maybe it's trying to come around to flank this position on the rear to take them out. That would be a good call, but...
If it continues on this position, yeah, it'll run right into this gas, which actually is Platoon HQ Naders, just on his lonesome. So if he gets caught out
they can blow
like
up this and it'll actually cause a fiery explosion.
Of 14.5.
You know, if that Huey wanted to, they could aim for the gas pump and that would actually cause a fiery explosion by destroying it. So if you really wanted to go for that, but oh, MI8.
That might even take down the building. That little shack. Yeah, MI8 now coming in.
I don't know. The Huey's more maneuverable. The MI8 has more coverage on 360,
Yeah,
but
more guns. Does it have a nose gun as well, or just?
it has the rear gun, not the nose gun. This specific model.
Now, if that MI8 stays above that Huey, it might stay out of its line of view.
Yeah, but that Huey, it's a similar situation that we see in time and time again. The Huey's more maneuverable, but the MI8 has the more powerful engine.
Yeah, Vinyl, you're not wrong. A little bit of a stormtrooper engagement, but not to their discredit. This is kind of a hard engagement.
It happens, BJ.
Now we have some accurate machine gun fire on those Red 4 guys down by the BTR.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, the rest of Red 4 have dismounted their vehicles and are pushing up on foot. Large force over at Kelm, like you mentioned before. And
They're gonna joust.
Down here with X-Ray, he's about to get surprise his life for grab here as he comes up.
Helicopter jousting. They're just gonna fly at each other and let the gunners try to hit.
Oh, Mountain taken out immediately.
Oh yeah, for X-Ray down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him driving towards that Op 4 group.
As the grenade went off, and it was beautiful.
And he quits. Mimi got kicked off for AFK.
Understandable.
Apparently he crashed apparently, so.
I see.
And that's
And,
why they couldn't use the gun.
Yep.
I see. And the truck that Mountain was trying to repair exploded.
Amazing. See that from up here.
Poor Mountain.
BRDM is
comes the
about to get
BRDM,
right
yeah.
behind Platoon HQ.
But does it spot it? Will this camouflage work? Yes, it does. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Oh my god, Naders, you lucky
Well,
bastard.
I mean, yeah, actually. I mean, the FOV of the main gun, if he's watching down the road, there's, I can see him not noticing.
BTR, is it going to take a left? No, it takes a right. BRDM is about to intercept the BTR.
Yep.
And it turns off.
I think its job is recon. But, no, I think they're
Uh-oh.
going to try and stick to the tree line. No. Oh, but yeah, I think the BRDM. No, BTR, it's not looking the right way. The driver goes out.
Did the driver just get sniped? Yep,
Yes.
the driver got sniped. Wow.
But he slumped over the pedal and is continuing. Yep, now he goes. Oh, and that guy in the back just got shot in the head.
There's a gunner trying to get on, but there's a dead body literally blocking the Oh.
No.
That's why you always want your shield down.
Yeah. Even then, the gun would be able to pen. Also, looking up north, Alpha 2, the Huey went down. And they landed right on top of Op 4 X-Ray. How interesting.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Wait, no, that's not the Huey. What blew up over here?
Where?
That's a off-road.
It's off-road. So Alpha 2 drove out and is getting intercepted.
Yeah, they got intercepted by Red 4 X-Ray. I think they're meant to get some kind of overwatch. Meanwhile, the Blue 4 BRDM has fucked off way to the west.
Yeah, I think it's trying to trail, thinking it's going to get hit.
A hit and run.
Yeah, it was a good hit and run,
had
though.
to fight
Good
the
hit and
BTR.
run. Got the driver, got a squad member, so now they have to dedicate themselves to crewing that BTR. Like they're down riflemen now because they need to crew that
Jesus,
thing.
Don,
And
really?
if they don't crew that thing, then they're missing out on an armored asset that is bulletproof.
Yeah. So apparently Don just came to my chat to let me know that Falcon was reporting that Mountain was straight up not having a good time, and then he got gunned down, apparently.
Yeah, no, yeah, I saw him get gunned down, and
Yeah.
those things happen. Trust me, I understand.
So that northern fight's still going on. Alpha for Blue 4 is down to 2 people. Whiplash trying to check these trees. They do have a Blue 4 guy close by, but BRDM coming around. Starts firing at Platoon HQ. He immediately pops his smoke generator and continues to drive off. BRDM decides not to pursue as the BTR now comes towards the south.
Yeah. Did they get the gunner as well? No, BTRs, the gunner and driver are moving around, but just that there's no icon on it.
Yeah, I don't see
And
it. Weird.
oh,
Nursk and Patriot. And there might not be an icon because there's no bodies there.
I count 4 people in the Vic.
there's the BRDM. Does it spot it? Does base spot it? No, looking too far left. Just spotted it. Stops. Oh,
Shots
they-
are going a bit behind.
Yeah, a bit behind and I think a bit high as well.
Oh boy.
You're taking ground fire. You still have Patriot and Nursk here hiding in trees as Scandy sweeps for him. And
Oh,
off
it's
for-
gonna get right behind him.
Yep, it sees the tail end of it. Filthy getting out at the wrong time.
Wow.
Oh, that was filthy.
That was the AT gun. More blood just came out. A lot of blood just came out.
Co-driver.
Left the window open again.
That's the
Yeah.
entirety of Delta 1 taken out.
Yep, that thing is dead.
So great play there by the BRDM crew. Though it is understandable because the gunner was glitched out.
A little bit.
And it looks like Nursk was found by Scandy and taken out, so now... No, Nursk is further back. My bad.
When the first engagement started with the vehicle against vehicle, the gunner was active.
Yeah, okay, never mind then. They were just outperformed and outmaneuvered, I guess. But Op4 still making what appears to be a northern and a southern attack.
Now, at this point, I would say the Blue 4 have this in the bag. They've lost... Red 4 has lost their BTR. The MI8 is still flying around, but it's definitely not going to be able to be effective. Although now that the Huey is on the ground, they are strafing them. Where's the second one? Oh, I see the second one. Yeah, well...
Huey taking back off.
Now it's well, I guess now it's an even fight then, since there's one BTR and one BRD.
Oh, they pulled Wise's body. No, so Saddam is just a transport pilot right now. He doesn't have any gunners because Wise got taken out.
No, there's a guy on the side of it.
He's dead. That's Wise's body.
No, that's Saddam on the other side.
No, Saddam's the... Wait a minute.
He's the son of the
Wait, then who's flying?
Pierce.
Oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't have a helicopter symbol next to his name on the roster, so I thought it was on the ground. My bad.
Huh. It does for me. That's weird. Anyway, that MI8 is chasing the Huey, and yeah, using those multiple guns to just essentially suppress it while it flies around and tries to be maneuverable. Alpha and Alpha Red 4 coming in from the north. That's a good dozen or so troops. Going to be attacking what I would call the relatively weaker side of things. Yeah. Once they get up to that hilltop, they're going to have a bit of both terrain and man-made cover to work with that artillery radar and the SAM site. So once they get up there, they should have a decent base to at least cover most of the that sector as the other team approaches from the south. Now, Sector 1, way off to the west, that's been abandoned, so Red 4 just needs to send one person to go and capture that. But if they capture Sector 2 before Sector 1, we could see some of that Blue 4 to the north garrison that sector and make it a little bit harder with that battle tower there.
I think Blue 4 has a pretty good defensive strategy. What I'm a little worried about is when you look at the actual AO and do a quick head count, it's still a relatively big AO. Whereas either of the Op4 attacks are going to come from the north and the south, they're going to have a lot of forces attacking from one specific area. And if they time this attack right, they'll be able to sandwich the north and the south, and that's going to really put a strain on Blue 4's defense line. We could probably see the northern force for Blue 4 then pull back and sandwich the northern attack, but that southern attack could just break through the 3 defenders towards the south. And the 4th, it looks like Ash is running down there as well. Even though we got some heavy hitters like Falcon, Ilbanek, Rory's also pretty good. Blue 4, I think, is getting a little too relaxed with this defensive line, and I'm worried they're going to pay for it.
On this north side of the hill on Sector 2, they have built a bunch of sandbag defenses in the woods, so that's what you're seeing Blue 4 guys down off that hilltop. However, they really don't have the manpower out here, and there are plenty of unmanned positions that if man would spot this northern push, but since they're focusing more on the east and the south right now, this Alpha group is going to be able to get up real close.
BTR just got spotted and engaged by BRDM.
Right here, maybe going to be opening up on the north side.
Driver is still alive. The gunner has been picked off. And looks like the BRDM is going to pursue. Probably because the gunner spotted the blood splatter and is realizing the driver's still alive, which means he got the gunner. And they're going to run that bitch down because BRDM can outperform a BTR.
Yeah, that was Bolt and the gunner, and he ends it on nothing. No kills.
I just heard a helicopter get hit by something.
And there goes
Engine for the Mi-8.
well.
And they're bailing.
BTR goes down as well. So that is 2 assets down in a short manner for Red 4. That's all of their assets down, actually.
So the gunner's bailed out. And
Yep,
the pilot also bails out.
I think he might have been trying to direct it around, but did not have the engine power to coast it.
Yeah.
So that's rather unfortunate. However, if Red 4 is able to out PTFO Blue 4, good to see him come back.
That's pretty funny. That's all of Op4's assets taken out.
Yeah. Bravo now for Red 4 approaching from the south. Got a few people in close quarters that they got to deal with before they get to any piece of cover, including one very sneaky Falcon, living up to his namesake by hiding in a tree.
Like a hawk.
Like a hawk. And here comes his first prey, Green Shade. Not as green as the shade of that bush, but
Falcon heard him breathing.
He must have been talking over the radio because he got announced super quick. Falcon getting one kill.
Oh my god!
Great grenade back.
Oh, that was great.
That was great. He's like, ah. Yeah, he's gonna be running back after that one. You need Poe to start suppressing that tree line.
No, yeah, he accidentally, Bravo HQ, Vagrant almost, English, I'm sorry, he almost mowed out down who ran in that tree and he freaked them out. Oh, oh, that was such a good play.
Oh, Red 4 now on the Red 4 Alpha on the north side now.
Falcon getting another guy down.
Yeah,
that was the AT specialist.
Red 4 Alpha splitting up their force and attacking this northern side, trying to take both parts of the high ground at once. We'll see if this sniper actually notices on top of the water tower and notices.
Great grenade throw by Falcon. Detonate right in front of Vagrant. However, Arma's weird. When you go prone, you pretty much negate most of the grenade fragmentation damage, unfortunately.
Ooh, Huey going really fucking quick.
Only getting a nice CQC kill there. But again, I'm really worried about Blue 4 right now because look at the amount that's remaining sandwiched between this attack.
Yep, this 5-man team up on the north, they need to pull back. Surprised they haven't heard all the explosions and gunfire or even a radio call.
You can definitely hit explosions all the way down there.
Yeah, I don't know what Alpha HQ is thinking. Let me look. Despo is still... I think Despo just thinks these forces can hold here without realizing what he's losing, because otherwise he'd be barking at Alpha HQ to pull back. Now, we do have a 2-man team, Coda and Roster, 2 members of Pepega, about to try to do a flank on this Op4 push coming in from the northwest, but will it be enough?
Nope,
yep.
No, never mind.
They're looking up at the helicopter, who's doing an almost 90-degree turn with this machine gun to just
taking quite a bit of shots, but he's still good.
He's being really maneuverable. Holy shit.
I'm telling you, the Huey, not as maneuverable as a Little Bird, but it's still pretty damn maneuverable.
Pretty freaking good.
But the cost is, you can get pretty easily shot out of it.
We have a reverse Falcon as Coda comes up onto Red 4's body.
Told you, Pepega, I mean, they're really great players.
And we do have Red 4 now inside the sector. 30 minutes still left in this match.
A-King getting shot by, I believe that's Coda back there. Nope, it's Roster. All right, Coda's also folding in on the other side.
That's an unfortunate guy in the HQ building gets flanked from the rear.
Yep.
Hate to see it.
Brenham is hiding under that position. We just heard AT hit somewhere. Don't know what that was about. Falcon, meanwhile, he's taking grenades. because he's single-handedly halting this Op4 offensive with a little bit of support from Poe and Cyrus in the tower, but Op4 has one guy who might start flanking this position. Yep, that is Maz, getting some shots on, I believe, Poe, and knocking him out. Now the other guy's taking fire as Maz aggressively pushes. Oh, he threw a charge! So he gets out, yep.
Gets the kill, but that...
Oh, still a great throw by Maz there with that explosive charge.
Great throw by Maz. Secures the 1 kill, and we'll see if Cyrus here wakes up. He does have that mat, so he could be still a useful suppression asset. Oh, but that... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I thought that grenade was gonna kill him.
Now the question is, can Op4 bypass Falcon and continue to push in the AO and get cleared, or is Falcon really just halting this entire northern push?
Well, right
or southern
now,
push, excuse me.
I think it's the latter right now.
How are they gonna get rid of it? My question.
Got that HQ building pretty much secure. So they've got a decent spike inside of the AO.
They funneled G-Legs up to the water tower with the Huey. He could go prone in the middle. He has taken some damage, though. It's evidenced by the bandages. But if he goes prone in the middle, that's going to be really difficult for them to find. Yeah. I think they could still take him out from the hill to the immediate east, but...
Yeah, that's what he's looking right now, because I think he sees some heads popping around. There's the Huey flying right in front of him.
Hell yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, he's skyline up there, but I don't think Op4 is going to think to actually look up there.
He's actually kind of got a skyline. If you actually look at that water tower, it raises a little bit, so he can't go fully
especially
prone.
from Alpha 1's POV. He just put a shot. It hit Drake. Drake is lining up the shot to potentially counter snipe, but he gets sniped in the head.
Nice. Very nice.
Iron Face coming to my chat to say blue command was questionable.
I see.
I'm going to be honest, though, if it wasn't for Bay cutting off Delta to come up from a different flank, I think Blue 4 would have gotten a little more overwhelmed. And now, thanks to other players like Falcon that are just causing a lot of disorientating abilities in the Blue 4 line here. Because if we had 5 additional guys coming from where, the west was, they already have this angle pretty well locked down. So I think they would have been able to completely swarm the rest of this AO. So great call on Bay and the Chow. Couldn't remember his name for a second. Which, speaking of, they're now on the rear as Gamma 1, and they are shooting at people down by the vehicle. So I don't know what they're doing here, but they're killing more people.
Falcon has backup now, and so they should be directed at source of very heavy fire to the north, and should be able to do a nice little 2 or maybe even 3-man team action on this 4-man group of Red 4 who we're trying to push across.
I think the Huey lost engine power.
Yep, definitely. That engine is spooling down. He's trying to set it down gently. That's just being set up the fire from both sides, and he does set it down.
The Huey is really, really tanky, but they landed right next to a PKM gunner. Buddy is picked off! I don't know who got him, but great freaking shot.
Grenade back, but here comes Chadwick. Gets that pilot, takes him down.
He's shooting at the other guys to make sure they're down.
Oh man, such excellent flying.
Chow, I think, was just taken out. Nope, Bay was taken out.
A bit gamey being on top of that water tower.
It is, but he has.
And Cowboy Carl kills Chow as well.
There's a reason we locked off the roof of the old building.
Yeah, and then they're like, okay,
They
bet,
found
and they
an
go
even
up the
better
tower
spot.
instead.
Yeah, they didn't say anything about the water tower.
Again, he could be shot even if he goes prone from the where Alpha 1 Op4 is right now, but it's the thought of going, like, looking there. But at the same time, if you look at him from Alpha 1's position, you can see he's skylining up there, to be honest. So it's a little more fair compared to the top of the building that was blocked off, because you at least can hide right under the little bit of cover it gives you by going prone. So,
But if he goes prone, I don't think you can see him.
Yeah, you might be able to see his hat or like his back or something, and maybe
yeah,
lob a shot
that
over
one,
it.
that one's a little more questionable. I mean,
Well,
okay,
see,
so we just went prone. Let's look.
My chat has a good point. If Op4 had a helicopter, that water tower would be easy kill.
Yeah, I know, but he's right. If he goes prone, you can't see him up there at all. So yeah, that is a little gamey. I agree with you. I didn't realize he was. I thought he was prone, but he was doing that one animation just above
Yeah.
prone where he's sitting up. Yeah, you're totally right. That's my bad.
No low crouch.
You know what? I think you might have a heart attack if he's the last guy.
Ooh, really? Interesting.
Well, the vertigo just gets to you after a while. It's not immediate. Sustained, like, heightened elevation that vertigo gets you.
Cosmonaut just tried pushing into the building, and there was literally 6 Op4 dudes staring that angle, and he just got mowed the fuck down. There's
gets
Falcon,
one,
yep.
But he's hurt.
He's gonna immediately try to pull back, shuts the door behind him so he's not pursued. Good call there. And now Blue 4, they pulled the remaining 5 guys up on the AO. Scandy Recon is actually down a few guys, but they were able to take out Nursk and the other guy up there. And they're now pulling in, but that's probably going to slow down the actual end of this round. But I think Op4 are just going to start getting systematically taken out.
Yeah, they had a pretty decent window of opportunity earlier on, but now that they've kind of stagnated a bit and they've actually become surrounded themselves inside this building, and you would think them holding out this building would be a good thing, but they're not winning themselves the match by staying.
What's going on so far? We're still in the middle of round 1. Still could go either way.
I don't know what Sam was doing.
I think you just saw an unconscious guy and decided to start dragging him back, and that was not the best call to make.
He has an EMR vest.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Why does he have an EMR vest?
I don't know. I also
My
heard
God,
that
explosive charges went into the building. It's not going to be enough to do a lot of damage here.
No, but it will take out those cars or those trucks. We should see that rear one.
Might be a follow-up.
Yeah,
Another one
have a
thrown
secondary.
in. Oh, that is mean. I love it. Again, the explosive plays tonight have been amazing. So Cyrus looted those from a body because he's AT, so we wouldn't have had those on the start. Unfortunately, he continues to
now
breach
he's
in,
gonna
and
be
yeah,
the
he gets taken out. Not a smart call to make, though. If you're throwing explosives into a building, that means you know that they have stuff out there. So you don't want to then keep running in while you have to reload.
Ooh, Falcon going for more
Great
AKS
one
shots.
there.
Gets one. Nice. More explosions.
Yep, that's from the trucks. Falcon right around the other side. I think he just got another kill. Oh, and his number finally runs out.
Very nice reaction shot there from Wravemaster. One of the fresher names we've seen.
So Rory has looted enemy AT. Rory, you goober. Did you see what he did? He threw a grenade on the opposite side of the door, and it landed on his side. Just had to run out instead. Oh,
Amazing.
brilliant, sir. Nade versus door. The door. He didn't even hit the door. He hit left of the door. He hit the freaking wall. There we go.
I'm glad that he threw a grenade on the already burning truck.
Yes. Ooh, he might get walked up on by... Who is this running in here? It's Grav. Gets a kill, but the PKM gunner then turns away and shoots him.
Yeah, he really is Wravemaster. You know why?
Why?
Because he's really good at the drop. As in dropping other people.
I can't bonk you because it's not horny, but that one was pretty bad. I'm sorry.
That was pretty bad.
That was pretty bad.
I
At least to
probably could've thought
acknowledge
of
it. Chat's already going. Can we mute Barb?
Listen, it was a good joke. The delivery was just off.
Sure, let's go with that.
Like most EDM music, the timing, sometimes not great.
So we do have recon for Op4 X-Ray. They're trying to get to Sector 1, which is now guarded by Ground Command and Psych, is 2IC. So good call there. If they're able to win that fight and come up, I think Op4 still has a chance because we're starting to see that southern group, which is just Zoni and Space Cowboy Carl coming in, but Grav came in on foot. Numbers-wise, this could still go either way.
Yeah, number-wise,
Ooh, we just
I'm
had
not sure.
Grav get picked off by Lolo, who has an SVD.
We do actually have Zoni getting on that BTR, one of them, and driving.
Yeah, and
up
Space
that
Cowboy
hill.
Carl's with him too, so it might be a driver gunner. And
yes, he
Ash
is,
almost
yes.
just killed Lolo. They're both blue 4s, so that would have been awkward. So the Op 4 guys that were across the street, north of that Huey, have regrouped with the one PKP gunner. Now Blue Force trying to come in here and breach again. And PKP gunner gets picked off because...
Nice.
See, they know that they run in there. I don't know why. Lolo just got hit because he was leaning left into the gunshots. Grenade gets thrown into this building.
That's 2.
Oh, that's going to be messy.
Woo.
And that knocks out that guy crouching. And the other one gets
another.
headshotted. He could still wake back up if he's not double tapped by Kabaya. Kabaya, get the double tap. There it is.
There you go, right in the
No,
jaw.
Now it's looking a bit better for Blue 4. Op 4 bringing that BTR up. Who's going to loot the AT first?
Depso back at Sector 1. He's going to get sneaked up on with 4 people coming up on his rear. Let's see how long he can hold out.
But yeah, no, Falcon, you pretty much stopped the southern attack
well inside that compound.
from the AO getting swarmed. So that was all you, buddy, too. That was great. Here, Falcon, how did you notice the one guy that was in your tree? Because he was in there for a good, like, 20 seconds, and all of a sudden you started mag dumping him.
Oh, that was close.
I don't know why you'd rush the AT shot like that.
Oh, he just got friendly fire.
Ash just murdered that dude. And the legs just sniped the driver out of the BTR.
How?
Because the window's open. He shot him through the window. No, the opposite window was open. What?
Hello? What are you feeding this thing? He's gonna try and go for the gunner, but he hit through the back plate and it like ricocheted into
I
the
have
back of
no
his head.
idea how he got that shot. Because look at the back left. Yeah, you see where those 2 shots came in from. How did you get the kill? Look at the left side of the Vic. You see those 2 indents right there, right? In the middle on the left side, just above the door. One is like partially in the door. The other one's on the top right corner of the door. On the left side in the center. So how did he snipe the driver? Because I heard him make those 2 shots. How did he get the driver?
Curved the bullet.
Sometimes it brought people outside the vehicle, even though they're inside.
It just
been that.
works.
What
That's
the
an album
fuck?
bug.
It's not a bug, it's a feature. Depso does go down on the top of that tower over at Sector 1. But he does wake back up.
He got JFK. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I
back
was-
and to the
Magic
left.
I was in the process of asking Falcon how he heard that guy who went prone in his tree, and they like literally stayed there for 20 seconds before Falcon started mag dumping in front of him. Again, we think we heard his radio, but it was funny.
Yeah. It
Guess what wakes back up.
Yep.
GL
he'll be able to
completely
hold that
missed.
sector.
How do you miss a GL from
I don't know.
Banks, buddy? You literally missed a bank shot on the side of the 6th tower.
Shot.
Yeah, so, like-
Sayak is so close in spotting out this Red Forest squad, but
Oh! Oh!
did he just?
Oh my god! He got sniped! Nav's fucking
Who shot him?
sniped G-Legs off of the fucking tower!
Wait, who did?
Nav's
Nav.
the Op 4 marksman! The sniper! He
That's a
sniped
shot of about
G-Legs with the
730 meters.
fucking shot.
Jesus.
SSWT kit and everything.
Like, fucking yeah, that's a 700, 800 meter shot. Oh! From the low ground.
Yeah, with an elevation difference.
Oh, that was beautiful. Look, Falcon saying it's easy to snipe in half. I don't doubt that, but that was such a clean shot.
It's a
That
one
was
shot,
such a
that
clean
distance.
shot.
Like the distance where you have to take
Oh.
elevation and wind into account.
And let's see, there was Fred was reaching the tower, but he got shot by, I believe, Sayak, who's down in the base,
Yep.
who was coming back up.
Oh, Depso gets shot in the side
And then
of the
he
head,
gets sniped by
unfortunately-
Naps too!
Yeah, unfortunately that beret is not bulletproof. So Sayak gonna get up in that tower now with Banks Whiplash inside the sector for Red 4,
Oh.
and they can
Red
get
on
that
red.
shot. No?
Oh, he got, no, I thought he was shooting at his buddy. No, okay, so he killed Sayak. So now it is 4 versus 2. because Space Cowboy Carl's still in the BTR.
Oh.
And he's making his move.
Now again, if he does kill Kabaya and Ash is not in the sector, he does still need to hop out of his BTR in
Yep.
order to capture the zone.
You know, it was looking like a Blue 4 victory, and then Scandi Recon started committing mass murder here. Then
It
again,
really was.
I shouldn't give it to Scandi Recon. It's Whiplash, Nafs, Fred, and Banks. Nafs with the beautiful sniper shots, though. And then the rest of the three really covering each other. So... And they still have Fred the medic, who's going to be able to fully bandage everyone and make sure everyone is fully blooded up for the final fight. So it's 5v2, actually. Naf's about to get a third. Is Ash really gonna... Nope, Naf's missed. You heard the click, though. That's gonna make Ash immediately run off that damn tower.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Right, Falcon, because he was stuck up there.
Oh, if they still could communicate with the BTR, like bringing it back to get the armor to move them up there, that would be...
I wouldn't actually do that because
No?
you'd probably... it would be safe to assume that someone in Blue 4 would find an AT launcher or have an AT launcher, hear the vehicle coming, because they're coming from the low ground. So it's going to be really slow to move up there, which would make it a slow, easy moving target.
True. Like, and people don't know if they have any lat or PT.
I'm back.
It would be better for the three-man team to drive up potentially with that truck or whatnot, up to a certain point to be overwatched by Nafs with that sniper rifle to at least call out if anything's coming down in that direction. They should probably then dismount at the western tree line, move through the trees, and then just move systematically up to the top of the hill as they cover each other. And then maybe send one person in the truck back to pick up Nafs, but I think they're going to instead have Nafs come over and pick him up now just to keep all their infantry together because I see him running down, and the truck is driving
They still have to flush them
away
up.
from him. True.
Yep.
12 minutes, though. I think we're... Unless I see Blue 4 do something pretty awesome here. It's 2 Blue 4 medics that can be healing themselves up to full. One of them has equipped themselves with a PKP, and the other one is just camping doorway here. Yeah, right, Fives? I know, Falcon. That's what I was also thinking. There's been so many deaths up here that, you know, combat looting would be a thing. PKP is now mag dumping because they left the window open.
Yes, he was trying to take his shot. And I don't blame him, honestly.
Yeah. Ah, the Huey. It stops his advance.
He's trying to hit the tires now.
The Huey was not strong enough. Nope. Falcon's armor
wide enough.
crashed. So Nafs is trying to get to the tower to snipe from there while the remaining 3 members of X-Ray are now going towards the south.
Well, they do have time for it.
But what is Nav still doing back then?
I think he thought maybe the battle tower would be a decent sniper position, but I think he's going to try to
Yeah.
play sniper here and just stay away from the other 3 so he can find good angles as they breach in. I'm really surprised Blue 4 hasn't gone around and found... Oh, as I say that, good night.
Wow, what a shot.
Indeed.
All right. I'm going to be perfectly honest. That was a pretty simple shot, but that was a pretty good turnaround. Like, you know, quickly get out, take the shot, and run in. That was pretty quick. Well, I love how I call it out. You know, I'm surprised Blue 4 hasn't found AT. Oh, look, AT.
Hey, look at that.
Look at that.
Speak of the devil.
2v4. I'm gonna be honest, no offense to Space Cowboy, but what are you trying to do just driving around the enemy objective like that? That has had like a massive active firefight going on. Eventually someone's gonna find the AT to kill you. So why not just dismount and risk it on foot, or put it up on a hill and just occasionally look around with the gun while not making any noise except for the really close sounds that you would hear of the turret actually turning. I think he just kind of, I don't think he really knew what he was doing there, to be perfectly
He could have
honest.
played dead.
Yeah, he was playing dead, though. He played dead for like 5 minutes since the driver got sniped out. And then he started driving around thinking he was safe. But it was just a weird strategy, in my opinion. So, whatever. Weird call. All right. About 10 minutes remain.
And now we have that that little group of Red 4 now, actually coming up from the southeastern side of this hilltop. And they might catch this guy
Ooh,
who
they
shoot
might
the
actually
IZ
catch
out
him
of
up,
position.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blue 4 quickly friendly wiggling to each other, but they're in the open. Cowboy Carl's body gets pulled out, and he is summarily executed. Oh, both these guys are rocking PKPs. I mean, in this AO, yeah, no. I'd rock that too.
I know.
But they should
Power
really
rated
get
two
into
shit.
cover to hide somewhere, not be in the open like this.
This is going like, yeah, we did it. We saved the city. Just get shot in the side of the head.
Today in Lego City.
In the Ukrainian fob. Player 3. Oh, he disappeared.
Somebody just connected.
Ilbanek coming in my chat to say he got sniped before he could do anything. Very sad, Ilbanek. I'll play the saddest violin for you. Here, I just have to rub my 2 fingers together and...
It's the smallest violin. Fuck.
I don't
That's a
know.
good
Well, no,
violin.
the smallest violin is an actual violin. The saddest one is my goat screams.
The only reason that it's sad is because you think that's a violin.
I know, I am pretty well challenged, aren't I?
Yes, very
Definitely
well challenged.
special.
Thank you. Oh,
Ready.
GL... A flare GL
flare.
into a
I'm
random
confused.
tower? Banks. Firing another flare, and it goes over the
So let's give him
hill.
a warm welcome, shall we?
He is blinding the anti-air radar.
Yes.
I mean, have you ever seen those things point and stare at you when they get controlled by Zeus?
Oh yeah.
Right. I will say, I do like the strategy Op4's done here, though. 4 guys approaching from 4 different directions to maximize their chances
Oh, yeah.
of trying to not only find the enemy, but just in case they run into someone in a defensive position, they're not all immediately taken out. I really do like that call. So you're going to see
Yes.
4... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, the maximizing their chance of crossing the fire and hitting another person to red for, in my opinion.
As-
But
Yeah, by also shooting and throwing all these grenades around, they're making Blue 4 think that there is a much bigger force here than actually is, so that's going to force Blue 4 to pull
That
back to
is
their final
true.
defensive positions, which is exactly what Op 4 want, to then regroup on said positions like that big bunker that one of the 2 Blue 4 guys are already in, and then start breaching.
Let's see him. Let's see him.
who sees first?
Oh.
Now this is a tease.
Oh no.
Whiplash didn't see him.
Hold on,
Banks.
please don't friendly fire.
5-minute tango. I think Blue 4 actually has a decent chance to last for 5 minutes here.
Had a mouse game now.
Now as he's running back
I'm
around.
going to laugh my ass off if I see red on red in this situation because they're all in completely different areas.
Yep. And yeah, they don't got much time left. They got
Ooh,
that
Banks
second
coming
sector.
around.
Gotta get this one.
Oh! Ah, she's doing a quick bandage. Did Banks hear it?
I think he heard something.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god. People are raging in my chat.
This is so fucking stupid. And he runs.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna. Oh,
Oh, BTR. Ooh, BTR.
and gets in the driver.
So Blue 4, they don't have to fire. They just have to stay stealthy, in all honesty. Now the gunner.
Oh. Keep turning. Keep
Oh.
turning. Keep turning.
My
No.
God. No.
Keep turning.
No. I'm looking at his first person. No freaking way. Shoot him.
It's like, hey, is
Bang,
that you?
shoot
Is
him.
that
No, he
one
just
of
got
us?
out.
Or you-
Okay. There it is. And he gets shot by the other guy. And now he's shooting at the third. What is this?
Just hit him.
What
Oh.
an engagement!
My God. What?
Was he hit? Yeah, he was. Nope.
I
He's
can't
going
believe this
out of
round.
train through
3
middle
minutes.
and into
Blue
our
4
connector
well,
like
actually-
some sort of speed demon.
If Op 4 stays in this zone, it's going to go into overtime, though.
Yeah, as long as they don't get in that BTR.
All three of them aren't going to get into the damn BTR bar.
You never
Pants
know.
ain't, I'll see you all in therapy. I can't. Oh, my God. Just all the damn bodies in the... Oh. Ooh.
Oh, the
He
timing.
hears it. Whiplash hears it. Whiplash, come on, breach.
Oh, he can see through the slits.
Oh.
Look, he sees the light.
Catches him while he's reloading, gets the headshot.
Ah. Good game.
Whiplash in that round-winning kill.
Headshot, 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 headshot. Falcon's like, fuck my life. I tried so hard and I didn't get it.
I tried so hard and got so far. And in the end, I got DMCA'd.
Okay, you got a cackle out of me, sir.
No, thank you. It's because it was on key.
Just jump down. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Have fun. All right. Whew. Gonna go to voice acty here. All right, gonna go to voice acty just to set things up.
Sure.
And all right, let's start changing commands.
All right, so it's going to be Blue 4 attacking Red 4, Chernar's Winter on a terminal uplink.
By the way, I'm not going to cover round 3. I got some equipment I need to set up, so I'll just give you a raid. Can you cover round 3?
Yeah, sure.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, go enjoy your Bad Dragon stuff with Bloodwing.
Okay.
You set up your equipment, I gotcha. You know, ropes, pulleys.
Okay.
Ropes, bombs, it's all yours, my friend.
But only if you have enough rupees.
rupees.
Fuck's sake. All right, this is round 2. Blue 4 is attacking 3 Op 4 terminal sites. Blue 4 has a 7.5% number advantage.
Do you ever have Sabor Latino juice?
Not that I am aware of. Why?
Because I discovered it recently, and it is so fucking good. It's like a passion fruit and
Oh.
mango and all this really nice stuff. It's nice and cheap too. Cane sugar, not high fructose corn syrup.
I get you.
It's pretty good. If you spot it, it's big recommend.
Shoot me the name of it on Discord. I'll keep it in mind.
let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Oh, I see BMP2, but it says rescripted 14.5 millimeter. Oh, it hurts.
It does hurt. We're so close to greatness.
Okie dokie. Artichoke. Alright, cool. So, they will do slotting and we will see how things go. I'm gonna switch up my music, do something a little more lively.
Oh, I recently got some new OSTs to use as well, and it's nice. It's like finding a new album or something.
I also found out there's a new meta for skipping ads on YouTube if you're not using an ad blocker. If you just do Shift-N to skip to the next one and then immediately go back, which I forget the hotkey for that, it just pushes you through the ad. It's quite nice. And now that I don't really rely on YouTube ad revenue anymore, fuck it. Beat the system.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been hearing stuff.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of Discord messages. Holy shit. Why?
Oh, speaking of Discord messages, let me send you something real quick.
Here, I'm gonna pin the name of that drink because I always like to give new things a try. I do really like passion fruit stuff. It's just a lot of passion fruit stuff out there has way too much sugar in my opinion.
This is pretty sweet, I won't lie, but
Okay.
it's not like it's I think it's like 25 grams of sugar in a serving
Yeah.
versus like apple juice where it's like 40 or something.
Yeah.
So I think it's sweet, but it's not like sickly sweet.
Like, so the reason is there's a drink that I haven't made for myself in a while because the last time I used to drink the hell out of this, and then I had a really bad night where I drank I drink way too many during FNF, and Bloodwing had a new blackout video of me, so that makes 3 now. And
Ooh, those are fun.
no, they're not, because I get to have them held over my head, and I don't really like that.
Oh, but you like it when she holds things over your head, don't you?
Shut up. But gosh, it was the Brazilian national drink with the fermented cane sugar alcohol, but you could mix it with passion fruit, and that was the version of it that I absolutely fucking love.
Nice.
But I really hated I wanted fresh passion fruit, not the added sugar stuff, because then the drink's balance was a little too on the sweet end.
Fair.
But yeah, I still have some of that alcohol in my cabinet. I just
Very
haven't really
nice.
touched my cabinet, so.
Yeah, I'm doing like a shandy / panache kind of thing, where I've got like a glass half beer, half passion fruit juice,
Gotcha.
and it's just it is so just refreshing and easy to drink. I love shandy type drinks so fucking much.
Oh, this is a big read. I'll read it after the end of the round.
Oh yeah, no, it's nothing important. It's just
Funny.
more just it's funny in a certain way, you could say.
Is it someone being stupid?
It's someone being a little cringe.
Not surprised. I don't know. I've had to deal with a lot of other people's drama the past few days and just kind of like calming people down. It
Yeah.
sucks though, because one of them's a really, really good mission maker. And he wants to take a break. And I told him, yeah, by all means, take all the time you need, because he makes really cool stuff. Like for the missions. He spends like an actual 40 hours making the mission. I would meme it with him because of the 40 hours of testing, but he would make one mission a week. And it was amazing. But he has all these other like custom scripted things. He's got custom scripted weaponry, like all this cool stuff, and he needed to take a break because apparently there's just a bunch of drama with his guys. And I told him, like, dude, you are literally like one of the best mission makers I know. Like, calm the fuck down. Like, you're fine. you will be okay. If you need players, I can find you a bunch of players because they're gonna see what you make and go, dude, this is the coolest fucking shit. But there was that. One of the communities I worked for had a really screwed up op the other day. And fast forward 24 hours and the community owner's like, hey, I'm taking a 3-week break. Liru's in charge. And I'm like, what?
What?
I'll do it, but what? I wasn't expecting the conversation to go that way, but it's like, all right, nope, here, let me run this community for 3 weeks. Let's see what happens. Totally fine with doing it. But, you know, that's something else now on my docket. And then MCO. Oh my god, that pissed me off. I made an entire Korean War MCO. I got around to starting to test stuff, and the IFA HD update, like all the uniforms are bugged with Ace. So like half of them just don't do damage, so you can't kill them. So I'm like, well,
What?
I'm fucked till they update that, because it's an Ace compat issue. So until they decide to update that, could be tomorrow, could be in a month. But it's just like, fuck. So I had to completely redo a new MCO. Which I was able to get done, you know, 2 days later. But, you know, just a pain in the ass there. Is this Wasteland? No, it's Friday Night Fights. It's basically large-scale Arma 3 One Life PvP, where
Yes.
Barb and I laugh at people when they do silly stuff.
Yes, or cool things.
Or cool
sometimes.
things. Cool things are cool,
Mostly
too.
still- yeah.
Like that sniper shot Navs did.
I was gonna say,
was pretty good.
Or dude, like the satchel charge.
Or the
and blew
satchel
up.
charges, yeah.
Yeah, that's some big explosion. Yeah,
Oh my
like,
God, Bart.
Most of the time, it's stupid shit, like us.
Yeah.
But if you can't laugh at yourself, why laugh at all?
Why laugh at all? Exactly. But feel free to stick around. We're just in an intermission right now where they're slotting up for the next round. They'll probably start pushing us to map screen in a second,
Just being slow as fuck.
as usual. How many drinks are you in?
I think I'm about 3 beers total, but that's like
Beers only. Have you had
5
anything to eat, though?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not going to be as bad.
Nah.
Gotcha.
I had a nice big old workout. I left work early, had a nice like hour and a half workout at the gym, came back, grabbed some Mo's on the way home.
Don't even talk to me about workouts. My
dude.
thighs are so fucking dead
That's
right
what I
now.
did today. I did legs, and then after I was done with legs, like I couldn't lift anymore, but I still wanted to lift. I did arms as well, arms and shoulders. And yeah, I did. I think I got up to 175
Nice.
on squat, and then I did like 90, 135, 270. Yeah, about 300 pounds on the
Nice.
leg press.
That's good.
Yeah, did some nice calf raises here and there. I love doing calf raises on the leg press because it's just like you go from your whole legs to you just push with your toes, and it's so easy.
Is that the one where the weight goes on your shoulders and you're literally just like bend up and down with your tippy toes? Or am I thinking of something else?
No, yeah, like calf raises.
Yeah, that's it.
But I do them on the leg press machine, so it's you know you're sitting down and you got the big sled of weights or whatever on top of you, and so you just push it up and then you just push it further away with your tippy toes.
Yesterday, I found out that there is a portion of my thigh that I don't think I've ever exercised before.
Yeah.
The story has to do with a stairwell, my thighs, and Bloodwayne. And I was on adrenaline. It was great. And then literally after the adrenaline passed 5 minutes later, I could not walk. I couldn't even get up. I was literally having muscle spasms in my thighs. So don't skip leg day, but also be
No.
careful with how you position yourself when you do things because you might not be able to move. She had to literally help me up. It was bad.
It was just from a workout. You just like really did a nice like big workout, like leg workout, and like you're like some deep muscle in your thighs, just like yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, no, but like, so it was like on the upper thigh, left and right side, just like two muscles, one on each side, just was pulsating. Like it was painful.
Ooh, yeah, like a muscle cramp or something.
Yeah. But I think it just purely because I overworked it. But again, like a part of my thigh I don't think I've ever used in my life, to be honest.
Was just like freaking the fuck out. It's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
What am I doing? What are you doing to me?
Oh, it hurt.
I feel that. I feel that.
Oh, man. But Barb,
Yes.
one of the best workouts I ever had.
Oh, for sure.
When you find a new angle but realize it uses a completely different set of muscles you've never used before, so you're
Oh yeah.
oh my
Those are the
god,
best
your
workouts.
body just gets murdered afterwards. Oh, it hurts.
Oh, but it's one of those really fun exercises, yeah. That was one of my main exercises in college. That's probably my only exercise in college now that I think about it.
Oh, I love seeing the screen. So Dooley's showing up tonight. He accidentally loaded Vietnam and QSX loaded Blast Corps. So
Huh. Very
interesting. Oh.
So this one is down south of Bergino, south of Gorka.
Well, there's a little custom fob made too with a nice little perimeter. I'd be curious to see how that
this
looks.
fucking factory compound. This fucking.
Oh god.
This factory compound.
There's been a lot of AOs done across a lot of different communities in that compound. Probably thousands of ops, period.
Yeah, and so many people have fucking died.
Yeah. All right, G-Legs made this one. We'll see how things go.
And the Winter Wonderland, yeah.
So you know audio equipment, like the softwares that set like gains and everything?
Yeah.
So I have like an actual hardware version of it now. And I'll show
Well,
you a picture of this.
while, you
Yeah, I've
just
had
never
it for
put
a
it
while,
on.
just never got around to unboxing it.
Because Yasuhiro has told me how many times he's had to bitch at you to just unbox it.
I know, right? We're finally going to set it up tonight after FNF.
God.
But
Wait, you haven't even set it up yet?
no, because I wanted to do it after FNF because I don't have anything this weekend. So just to make sure I had everything calibrated right. Half a year, exactly. I know, Yasuhiro. I know you want to kill me for it. I'm so sorry. Literally everything under the sun would get in the damn way. And then I shot him a message saying, hey, like, we're still going to do it today, but I just want to let you know a community literally imploded on me and I'm picking up the pieces because every single time I would get free time to set that damn thing up, something would happen. And I knew something was going to happen this week to make me push it off. And I went, no, fuck it. I will just cut out FNF round 3 to set up the damn thing because I am sick of pushing this damn thing off.
Wait,
No one will believe me, but literally, every freaking time something crazy would happen that would require hours of my attention. So Yasuhiro, I'm sorry. Better late than never for me. Please forgive me, but good fucking God. Not even kidding.
Wait, hold on. You have the same headset I do, right?
I think?
Yeah, the same sportscaster headset.
I think.
The XD500 or whatever.
I think.
How are you using it if not for that physical interface? Because it's XLR. It's not 3.5.
Well, I have
I
an Evo 4 that is plugged into.
Oh, so it's like a preamp or something that you have it plugged into?
Yes. And
Okay.
then that is then plugged into my computer.
Right. Yeah. Do you have the Go XLR full size or just the mini?
I think it's the full. I'd have to look into
The
it
full
again.
size has a lot of options for creativity built on board. And personally, I wish I had bought the full size. So, yeah, play around with it because you can do some fun stuff. I mean, I have this stuff set to my Stream Deck so I can do the echo voice or megaphone voice and stuff like that. And but that's through my Stream Deck. You should be able to do that just from your hardware interface, which should make
Yes.
things pretty nice.
Yeah, we'll see. I will play around with it over the weekend, but you know, one of my
with the
mods
Go
checked to see
XLR, not with
if
yourself.
Bloodwind's in chat right now. I just want to make sure that she isn't, because she'd be up in, she'd be sleeping by now, or at least up in the bedroom. But I just want to make sure she isn't watching, because this weekend I've got some really cool stuff planned for her. So I just want to make sure she isn't lurking. But otherwise, while we check on that, let's go ahead and look at the AO. And is it just me, or is it super laggy for you on the server right now?
It is also very super laggy for me as well. I'm down to about 25 frames.
So I'd imagine it's because there is a script looping, but I don't know what would be causing that. They've done Winter Chernars before. It hasn't been this hard, so I actually don't know what's causing that.
The only thing I can think of is maybe the snow, but that shouldn't be a script or anything. That should just be the rain. Like I have my view distance down super low as well.
The only thing I can think of is they have something on a loop right now, and it is just screwing with the server.
Could it be a snowstorm script that's running on every single person?
I try to carry what
but
way
just
it's
client
5.
side?
She isn't? All right. I don't think so, because again, I've utilized the weather on Winter Chernarus before. I've utilized lightning storms on Winter Chernarus. It's not the weather. I think it's just something in the mission file that's just being really weird.
ITED
Audited missions. Ay, ay, ay. All right, let me go over the mission info. So briefing is enjoy the snow while it lasts. No obstructing the objective entrances. Cool. Game mode is terminal count. So it's called uplink. There's 3 terminals that are being defended. Usually it's 2 or 3. Once in blue moon, it's 1. But the 3 terminals are labeled on the map, so both sides know exactly where the terminals are, at least on their X and Y coordinate, not necessarily the Z coordinate. So if it's on like a rooftop of a building, they won't know until they actually start looking around for it. But regardless, Blue 4 has to go up to the terminal and interact with the terminal. That starts a 60 to 90 second countdown. Actually, I think we look at the mission variable, we can see how long the countdown timer is. The hack time is 90 seconds. All right, under game mode. So once the terminal is interacted with, the defending faction has up to 90 seconds to go up and interact with the terminal to stop the countdown. Now, this only pauses the countdown. It does not reset it. So if then the terminal gets touched again, they have whatever that remaining time was for the terminal to basically keep it guarded before it is completed. Once the terminal's countdown has stopped, a beeping will be heard, followed by I think it's a 12, 10, or 15-second timer, where the beeping will periodically get faster, and by the time the beeping is just a ringing, a GBU is spawned on top of the terminal, thus deleting the terminal and blowing up the area, which is quite nice. Yasahiro is asking if you have any idea how expensive the full Go XLR is. Probably very.
I think it was like maybe $150, $200 more than the Mini. I think the Mini was about $250, and I think the full was like $300. No, that's not right. I forget how much the Mini was. It's been too long since I actually purchased it, but the full size is like 100, 150 more.
But this is going to be a little bit of a frame around, so I apologize, guys, but it's something mission side because Barb's feeling it too.
Arma. Oh, I thought you were going to blame me. I was like,
no, I said,
what did I do?
Well, because sometimes it might be a matter of one of us might have something running in the background and it's really messy. But if we both see it, then, and Arcor's here too, he could also confirm. Then it's probably something weird.
I just got ran over.
But anyway, map settings. So Blue 4 have Mazes with 2 AT rounds per person. They also have an assistant with 2 rounds. So per squad, they've got 4 AT rounds, 2 on the gunner, 2 on the AT assistant. And then the map for most of them are going to have RPG 32s with the 2 per person, except one is also going to, probably one squad. Usually it's in Charlie, sometimes it's in Delta, will have the Igla. And the Igla has 1 round per person, so 1 for the gunner and then 1 for his assistant as well. And apparently it's $550 for that raid. Damn.
I see this. Yep.
But otherwise, let's go ahead and break down the groups real quick. Blue 4 uniform, it's going to be U.S. Rangers. So your standard RHS USAF kits. They've got the Huey with the 2 side guns with 5 boxes of 2,000 round each for 1,000 rounds total, 3 quad bikes, a command Humvee, the Cycaps, the Sycaps, I don't even know what that stands for. One.
It's like a command or intel Humvee or something.
And it's got a nice interior too for like radio equipment in the command room. But they've got the GPK M2 Humvee, which has that fortification around the gun turret as well as the rooftop canopy. They got the 1117 with the GMG replaced with the 762 coax instead of a grenade machine gun. They've got 1 regular transport Humvee. They've got 3 other transports with the benches on the back for more room. 4 transport trucks, and then an unarmed transport Humvee, I think also meant as an X-ray vehicle to transport around, or who knows. But their gunners, by the way, they have a mix. I was about to say choice, but it's just a standard mix of the SCAR 762, as well as the Mark 18, usually for the 203 system. Glock 17 is the secondary, 249, 240 Bravo for the support weapons, M72 Law for the light anti-tank, and the sniper gets the choice of a lot of different weapons that are really just camoed from the same one, and the suppressed shooters get 762x51 NATO in the form of a Mark 14 or a SOCOM 16, which both take the same 20-round magazines, and then the crew can either take an MP7 SMG or another Mark 18. So, With
I've
that,
really been appreciating the MP7 lately. Like that.
It
thing
is a
just
nice gun.
Nice little package.
it's again just for short range only. Medium range, it starts to
yeah.
struggle a little bit. You can still get some good pickoffs, but anything I want to say beyond 300 meters is not going to be too effective.
Yeah, 300 is touching. I would say
Yeah,
200.
200, 250 at most. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Past that, you're really just really taking the chances with it.
For your standard EMR for Russians, so AK-74s, RPK, PKP, RPG-26, the Russian equivalent of the M72 Law. Sniper gets the 25000. Recon gunners get the choice of either an AKS-74 with 45 round magazines or an AS Val for the 20 round 9x39, which is super deadly at close range. But this map, I would argue, you're probably gonna have longer range engagements, so you might want to bring the AKS instead, and then the crew either get the PP2000 submachine gun or an AKS-74 carbine.
Red 4 X-Ray are just digging around and they're running each other over with the quad bikes. It's really funny.
Of course they are. Yep, I can see that.
Yeah, Wise just got ran over too. So they're having fun.
Otherwise, quickly going the rest of their assets there. They're playing bumper cars with their quad bikes there. Let's see if any of them get armed. And those are the 3 quad bikes that we see. They got a Cord stand-up static, 2 Camash transport jeeps, 2 armed gazes. The AGS is rescripted to not be there, so instead they have a shit ton of PKM ammo in there for the turrets. 4 transport gazes, and then the BMP-2, which is rescripted to only be able to fire the 14.5mm and the 7.62 coax, but the 7.62 has 500 round boxes, so that thing can suppress for quite a while.
Falcon is playing the bull. Okay, never mind. He got ran over.
Yes, he has been.
He was just playing Toro with one of the quad bikes, and was actually like dodging it like really effectively.
You
As soon as I said
caster
something.
cursed him, yep.
Yeah.
All right,
I
so
just wish I could do that more reliably.
I know, right? So Pierce is going to be commanding for Op4. He is a very good commander in his own rights. I think he won the last round he commanded in the EU branch. Ilbanek is going to be leading X-Ray with Wise, Fred, Saddam, Grav, and Falcon. Falcon looks like he is going to be the T5000 sniper. Nope, he is going to be one of the suppressed shooters. And yeah, the quad bikes are still ramming each other. Good God. See, it sucks, though, because of the low frame rate, so it looks really choppy.
Yeah, it looks really choppy. There's been some really good ones, but I think the desync just would add more volatility with the quad bikes.
Anyway, Saddam's going to be the sniper, and Grav and Falcon are going to be the suppressed shooters, which they're choosing the 45 round magazines. Yeah, I saw that too. QSX Bolt and Dribob are going to be under Alpha 2. That was a nice lightning strike. Cosmonaut being Bravo HQ lead with Thorn, Poe, and Brenham with them. Cool Breeze, Maz, 90% Wiki being under Bravo 2. Charlie 1 having Chaos, Mini B, Filthy, Captain, Arcane, Lucas, and D. Barnes together. Delta HQ has Zoni, Artisan, Schnuffle, Space Cowboy, Carl, Geary, Rory, and Banks. And Gamma 1 is going to be the BMP 2 crew with Despo, Tymek, and Syak. Going over to Blue 4, we have Vagrant commanding, who has also been winning most of his matches tonight. So I'll be curious to see how these two, who have both collected Ws over the evening, square off, and who is going to be the winner based off of the two of them.
Ws.
I know, right? Kabaya going to be
so white.
the team lead for X-Ray. Tiger being the 2IC. Ash looks like he's going to be the platoon medic. Lolo, he has his pistol out, so I'd assume he's going to be the marksman. And then Sam taking the SOCOM 16, and Green Shade also taking the SOCOM 16. Drip Style being the team lead for Alpha HQ with Waldo, Kevin, Whiplash, Tyler, Purton, Flying Fin, and Naf, so a little bit of Scandi Recon within that group. Doubt is going to be leading Bravo HQ with Rave Master, Bossman, and Sharp. Montgomery leading Charlie HQ. Charlie 1 has Nielsen, Carlson, Arab, and Sablon. Charlie 2 has Norris as a team lead position. Sprawlin, Garcia, Drake, and Eagle. Delta HQ has Patriot, Nursk, Give Me Your Milk, Kinky, Loki, and Dr. Dumba.
I mean, right now?
Oh, it's Dr. Dumbass. It's just cut off so it looks like Dr. Dumba on the roster. And yes, right now, get on your knees. Muniz, Master Ethan, and G-Legs under Gamma 1. And Naders and Mountain are going to be flying the Huey. And looks like Bayant is going to be with Chow and Dooley under Delta 2. Bayant is going to be commanding Chow and Dooley, who have taken 240 Bravos. Interesting. Yes. Yanni in my chat saying, Vagrant, question mark? Winning, question mark? What? And now I'm getting bonked for my comments. Anyway, 3 terminal sites. Terminal 3 is where they spawned at that little compound that Barb and I made jokes about, like every AO under the sun being over there. Terminal 2 is in this custom little castle ruin area, which is actually quite cool.
It is very cool. 2 perimeter walls.
That's Terminal
and
1,
the
my bad.
terminal inside of a kind of almost reminds me of like the Chinese terracotta army kind of things a little bit, just with how the concrete and the stone sticking up from the ground.
Yeah, it's quite
So,
nice.
Nice little spot. The terminal's out in the open, so not going to be really super easy to camp, but there will be a
there
lot of
it is.
angles watching over it. So maybe that'll be the way they do things as far as the defense. But it should be an interesting one to attack. And then yeah, finally Terminal 2 up at Polana. Nice little town. Looks like Red 4 is deciding to ignore this one, and I
They have
kind of understand it.
a spawned light source inside. You see that little glowing thing right in front of the terminal, just to keep it illuminated. That's kind of funny, but that is a
Oh, the
spawnable item you can put
supermarket?
in
Yeah.
Eden Editor. Yep, for the supermarket.
Oh yeah, it's like a flashlight, but it's just
Yep.
not. It's God. Be not
Yeah, you're right. He did
afraid.
do that, Yanni. I completely forgot about that, but he did win a previous
Where's that
round
terminal
too.
anyway?
So
It's in the corner. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Vinyl talking about the castle objective. It reminds me of like a paintball or airsoft field, with just like the kind of weirdly symmetrical but not quite symmetrical cover. But it would be wrong to call it asymmetrical.
yeah, I getcha. So even with my render distance low, it's still very choppy. So something's running in
yeah.
the background
That's
that's
having
causing that.
I don't know why.
Go ahead, Arcor.
Saying I'm having performance issues too,
Yeah.
so I don't know what's doing it.
We can yell at Greg Legs. Oh, well, no, we got 30 seconds left on the clock before Blue Force starts moving out. But Liru, did you see the trailer for an underground terrain that was released today
For Arma?
for Arma?
If it's the project, how do I put it? Sorry. Brain just got jumbled.
You have a lot of projects, I'm sure, that are secret that you know about. This was a project that's like meant to be like a game mode and a terrain released. It's completely 100% underground, like this kind of sci-fi future tech thing.
It's meant to be like, God, what's that game called? Metro inspired, right? Is it that one?
No, I think that's a different one. I could see like there was probably some Metro inspiration, but no, I think this was something else.
Sorry, I was taking a drink of water. I've heard of 2 different underground themed maps being made, but I haven't heard from either of them in over a year. So I'm just on the docket of whatever comes out whenever it decides to come out. But
I wish I could remember what the name was, but yeah, there's a big trailer that came out for it, and it looks really good. It was a really well-made trailer.
I don't know. I'm also under the assumption of if I want to do underground stuff, I'll take a week. I'll build something in VR, and then we'll, run it. But a dedicated map, I mean, that'll probably last us, what, 3-4 ops? Depends on how big it is, though. All right, so round has begun. Blue 4 sending a small team one way, but most of their infantry they're sending out of the map. All right, Blue 4 has withdrawn. Excellent. Oh, no, they have instead taken a left, and they're going to probably ride the map edges to arrive on the southern side of the terminals and attack from there. Not a bad call, but it's going to take about 5 to 10 minutes of maneuvering time.
Try 1520.
Is it called SciTech?
Yes, SciTech, that was the one.
Gotcha.
SciTech Industries, I believe, was the full name. And yeah, it was, you know that one underground composition? That, like, the one you used for the
Yep.
Bohemia Interactive mission. Yeah, it reminded me a bit of that at some points, but it was very much more detailed and a lot more custom assets, like custom decals, custom props, that kind of thing.
I getcha. I mean, that map, the composition is really well detailed. It's just I had to remove a lot of that spare detail.
Oh, yeah.
Because, to make it perform well.
Yeah,
but
because it's a composition and not map assets. You have to be very mindful of the extra stress you're putting on the map and the server. So yeah, Red 4 kind of defending Terminal 1, more like just doing Overwatch around it. I think these guys are meant to be a bit of a reactionary force if they hear shots or if the terminal starts to get hacked. But yeah, they're giving up Terminal 2, which I don't disagree with. And then, yeah, focusing their defenses around Terminal 3 with a bunch of Overwatch going around it, as well as a lot of internal garrison to defend it from really close distances.
So we're not seeing Op4 sending anything out immediately, so not going to try for any interceptions early on. Vagrant is, again, only having a small portion of his force go up on the northern side. I'd imagine that's probably Recon. Yep, so that is X-Ray on their own. I don't get the fascination with sending Recon on their own routes and then having the main force go from a completely separate direction, because how is Recon supposed to do its job? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, yeah.
I've never really understood that concept. But Blue 4's main force is doing a great job of just hugging the bottom of the map. Realizing that Op4 doesn't have a lot of manpower because, you know, NA is just a lot less people these days. But by doing that, they're just coming from an angle that Op4 probably won't be watching, which will let them get right on top of the terminal sites. Revenant, thanks so much for the 22-month resub. Recon indeed. I hope you keep enjoying the operations.
Recon.
I hope we get a nice kick out of this scenario. Meanwhile, looking over at Op4 Recon's positioning, because I was so far out, looks like they're going towards... They're all on the northern side, but they're actually separating out quite a bit. Rav on his own with one of the suppressed guns, going up, I guess, to scout out this route to see if the main force is coming this way. Not a bad call. As long as he stays within radio range, but just having one guy kind of scout the route to see if the main force is coming up that way, I agree with what he is doing in that sense. Just got to make sure he doesn't go too far, otherwise he'd be considered lone wolfing, which I'm pretty sure is punishable. Arcor, can you clarify on that?
Yes.
Awesome. See, the one nice thing about having a staff member in while we do this is we can just ask him, hey, is this illegal? And he goes, yes. And we're like, yeah, okay, cool, thank you. All right, so Blue 4, they're starting to get some dismounts around this area here. But it's still probably going to take them another 5 to 10 minutes to fully deploy and start moving in on the sectors. The real question is, which one do they go for first? I'd imagine they're probably going to go for Terminal 1 and then potentially either split their force for Terminal 2 and Terminal 3, or they're going to systematically go for one and then the other. The real trick, though, is... when are they going to start figuring out where Op4's main defensive lines are? Either way, Blue 4 starting to fully deploy their force here to the south.
Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we?
And Op4 does not have any eyes on this direction. Blue 4 could potentially walk right on top of Terminal 1, and the only notification Op4 is going to get when the hack gets initiated. So I'll be curious to see. Yep.
That's what I'm concerned about exactly, is that they're just kind of watching the northern approach. I think after time, they might send someone out here and go, we haven't seen anything anywhere else.
Yeah.
Maybe they're coming from this way, but we'll see what happens.
Jesus, New Horizons.
Where are they gonna land that helicopter?
Yeah, Blue 4 does have the heli, and they do have Alpha HQ in it. A weird diversification to have, considering the small numbers of units, but based on its position, they'll probably land it south of Orvlets, or maybe down all the way in the quarry by the coast, but I don't agree with putting a squad in the helicopter. Like Recon, I'd understand because they always split off Recon to do their own thing, but Recon deployed in its own angle. So, again, Vagrant kind of making some of the similar mistakes he made in EU3 where he got stomped, but I get the diversification, but still, like, there's just too few people here to be making that much of a breakup here. Yeah, UH-60 is literally going to land in the quarry because it's already flying low and slow. Unless he's going for an altitude pickup. He is. He might try a quick dust off in the town, which is super risky. But I guess he's thinking maybe because it's that lowered number, they'll be around the other terminal sites themselves. They won't have any outskirts units for covering the town.
And they really only have one. There's a second guy running up now because I think he spotted the helicopter coming in, but it's just really Banks and Rory over here. Gary
he has the AT and needs to be called over.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be quick enough. We do see the small arms fire going to try and get that helicopter to way off, and it does.
Without dropping anyone off, which is a smart call.
Trying to get out, it almost looks like. You see that?
Yep. So where is he going to deploy those troops then, you know? Like, I guess to the factory position as a backup, or are they going to be put somewhere else?
Work, but, I mean, from factory to the nearest terminal is a solid almost 2 kilometers.
Yeah.
Probably 1.8 kilometers. Plus a hill that they got to climb. Like, it would just take forever for them to get up there. So I'd really hope that they would come closer.
At this point, he doesn't want to call the Huey back to redeploy where the main force is, because the audio of that Huey would then give it away. But we have a recon, Blue 4 X-ray coming through the tree line right here. Grav is watching this route. I'm going to be honest, it is just too framey for me to get too close, to be honest. But I will just watch from the map POV. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, down here, Grav just holding here and almost like a VC style kind of ambush. He's just has gun barrel poking through the leaves or through the branches of this pine tree, and with the suppressed AK, he should be able to get a few shots off before they really can recognize where they're being shot from. I popped the seal too early. I'll be right back.
Okay, then. I did just hear a gunshot. I doubt that was X-ray. Really, what we're going to see is Blue 4 is going to probably get their hands on Terminal 1 and 2. Terminal 3 is going to be the major fight. And then how Blue 4 pushes through Op 4's line is going to be the real questionable part. 117 is going to be great for supporting Blue 4, but that BMP is also going to be really good at keeping Blue 4 locked down. Grav could still move up to Point Dubina where X-Ray is, but I don't think he has any reason to, so he's not going to do that.
I'm back.
Welcome back. But for the rest of this, I mean, you still have Blue 4, like a full squad alpha in that Huey as well, so I think we're just going to see a rather slow game here. A little bit of skirmishing around Terminal 1 and Terminal 2, more specifically Terminal 1. Maybe some long-range shooting by the BMP to overwatch Terminal 2, but otherwise not that much.
Right now, if the 117 continues down this route, it might get spotted out by Barnes here, who's looking on that southeastern route past Dolina. So that might raise a bit of alarm and attract more Red 4 down here to the direct south of Terminal 3, which could still be in Blue 4's favor if it still weakens their southwestern flank, but we'll have to see. But yeah, Blue 4, they're going to need, I mean, they got pretty much all their forces here on the southwestern side. I think because of the helicopter landing getting aborted, that they're a bit more wary to push in on this western side. But they've really, I mean, they've got, obviously they don't know this, but they've got a clear 400 meters to the terminal.
Flag straight over it right now.
Yeah, that Huey, they're flying straight up to this ridgeline, and they're gonna land right on Hill 281 with Falcon right here. I think they spotted something, and they
immediately waved off.
Yeah.
What are they trying? I think they're trying to just deploy it in a position that Op 4 isn't, but Op 4 is so spread around Terminal 3.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be able to do it. because they were thinking maybe OpForce pushed out and is holding Terminal 2 or Terminal 1 more, and I just heard the Igla fire. Oh, no. Tail rotor is hit, so he's lost some anti-torque, but otherwise he is okay.
Looks like it's
No
still
deaths.
going for me.
Yep, he's
But,
fine.
Yeah, I think he shrugged it off. I didn't even hear the impact, to be honest.
It hit,
Still looks good to me.
but it was just a partial. Lucky.
Very
With that,
lucky.
with that many people here.
Exactly, because that's, yeah, +9, that's a full 10 people.
777 now going towards the south. I think it's going to try to find a decent LZ for that chopper to land somewhere. And now you've got the BMP shooting at X-Ray, crossing in the open field and throwing smoke. What is Blue 4 on?
That's Kabaya, Tiger, Ash, Lolo, Sam, Greenshade. Like, those are good players who I'm pretty sure I've
They
done
know
this kind
better.
of thing before. Yeah, they know, I think they would know better. At least I thought they would.
I really hope they're just trying to make a distraction.
Yeah, but from what?
If everyone just tries to be a distraction, then I
And
think
where's the
that's
main
called
force to
being
push in?
ineffective.
Yeah.
Who are they distracting for?
You also have someone up the in the defensive part. Who is this? Sam was knocked unconscious. Where is Op4's sniper?
The helicopter actually landed and dropped off troops.
That's Saddam all the way over there.
Yeah, down south of Orlovets, finally.
Yeah, I figured
So-
they'd use that as an LZ after checking a bunch of other places, because you also have the 777 coming up. It didn't get up there in time to actually recon it properly, so they just took a risk.
Huh. Yeah, I honestly really like what Red Fort did. Kind of outposting a few guys on the ridges and hilltops to the point where they really control a lot of this terrain without directly having to have forces deployed, across wide swaths of land.
I'm pretty sure Lolo was the Blue Force sniper, and he just got kicked off the server because his network had a hiccup, so that's Blue Force sniper gone.
That's right.
Blue for
Yeah.
Alpha HQ is gonna get an engagement here soon, I think.
Who?
Alpha HQ. Down southwest.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Because there's a small two-man Op4 position. That's going to at least alert Op4 that that force is coming from that direction.
Yeah, these two guys up here.
Sorry that the
Space
frame
Cowboy
rate's so
Carl
bad,
and someone
guys.
else. Artisan.
It's mission side. There's nothing I can do about, unfortunately. Oh, it hurts. I'm so sorry, guys.
He is laying in a good concealed position.
Guy on the right, though, he's seeable, but he is immediately blown away. Kevin is killed. And then that guy in the tree is immediately knocked out. Space Cowboy Carl down.
Him and the tree.
Whiplash on the flank.
Some grenades going over from blue.
Overflanking a little bit.
Ooh, that grenade taking out the blue fort guy who went down.
Here comes Whiplash. Oh, but he doesn't see him. Does he see him now? Yeah, he sees him now.
Yeah, he's
249 to the back. And it takes the
also
tree
takes
out.
that-
Ooh, but Space is back up as his battle buddies double tapped. Now we're seeing some shots from Blue 4 to Op 4 all the way across the valley here. This is round 2.
Whiplash.
Ooh. And he pays for it.
Reverse Falcon. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Hey
That
there,
is
buddy.
very unfortunate for him.
It's normal frame rate for you, man. I'm sorry, buddy. Honestly, if I was on my old street laptop that I started my channel on, yeah, this would be my normal frame rate too. When you upgrade, you end up spoiling
Yeah, Blue
yourself.
Force, solid control over Terminal 1. I don't think they've found it quite yet. I think they're in the process of clearing out the compound, and they should find it now, as I think that is Drake who appears to have found it. And there's the start of the hack, 90 seconds on the clock.
Yep, for Terminal 1.
Four, gonna be going on alert. Terminal 2 as well should be starting their hack soon.
Yep, within a minute.
As this team gets in there.
Depends on how cautiously that group wants to play.
Let's give him a warm.
Yeah.
Y'all got any of them framed?
We'll see. Liru, my chat wants to ask, what's your favorite bird?
My favorite bird?
Yes.
Wow, that was 3 different answers. I don't know. I guess I like cardinals.
My chat's being horny. They're saying, we're talking about spread eagle and the tits and blue-footed boobies.
I see. So I just watched another Blue 4 guy get taken out. Blue 4 is being pushed now as Op 4 is pushing that southern position. Looks like Filthy was just run over by his own car. The gunner of the armed gas was just taken out.
Oh! 717 just got shot out. What shot him out?
There's the other hacker. Terminal, excuse me, hacked. It might have been the cord static to the north. Or it might have been a shot by, no, Gary has the Igla, so I think it was the cord. Because the 717's armor is actually pretty thin.
Some bullet, because there was no explosion or
Yep,
anything.
and the gunner is firing up at where the cord is, but it was the driver that was taken out. But there's Terminal 1 hack, Terminal 2 still on that minute. And Op 4 is just systematically taking out this small group down here. Hurton pulls out, kills the remaining gas driver. No, that was Finn, my bad.
And somehow we have, yeah, just Gypstyle
And Space Cowboy right next to each other.
Yeah.
And Space just noticed it and blows his head off.
Oh, jeez.
A lot of that happening today.
But
But
low frames and a ton of trees down.
Yeah.
I can't tell what the hell is going on.
Purton being the last guy here. Or did, nope, Flying Finn got in the Vic and he's leaving Purton behind. Okay.
I was going, hey, where you going?
Wait, wait for me.
Hey, that's not my Vic. Oh, and he gets shot in the leg too, and he has to try and crawl up to it. Do they recognize that the car is friendly? I think they think it's friendly. Oh, and there goes Perryton.
Yep.
It's just gonna be Flying Finn there. And despite the red car on the map,
Wait for
that
me,
is
Filthy
Blue
says.
4, inside that car.
Alright, so main attack. That fight, I'm going to be honest, is all irrelevant because Terminal 3 is about to be attacked. A lot of forces for QRF by Op 4 were just pulled over there, so now Blue 4, despite losing that fight, has an advantage here because they just have to take Terminal 3 and hold it for a minute and a half.
Yep, and now that Huey is doing some orbitals around Terminal 3, getting the infantry's head down and keeping them suppressed. We do
And-
see some 40 mils going out from Red 4 in return to the tree line. Actually, some decent shots.
Gary
Just
was the
unlucky.
Igla gunner, by the way. He was taken out by the 717 that shot and killed the driver there. So that Huey doesn't have to worry about any anti-air.
But does it know that?
Yes, exactly. So I think it's trying to be really defensive with its orbitals right now, but over time you're going to see him get lower and lower as he gets more comfortable with that position.
Fair enough.
And the main attack is about to begin. Yeah, right on, man. I get you. I get you.
Some nice suppressive fire. And yeah, this Charlie team getting as close as they can. That's really smart. They got a bit of terrain to work with, as well as this body of water to work around. Popping GL smokes to try and give themselves some concealment to try and push up, but
Yeah, these strengths
gotta
really
be
do
very
hurt.
careful with those. They like to bounce very erratically.
And the attack is beginning. Now we do see Brennan running out on his own. He could go south and potentially be a really nasty thorn in Blue 4's attack strategy. But instead, he is continuing to move down the field. He might run into Blue 4 Delta HQ instead.
Yeah, he seems to think that they're coming from this side, or this specific vector, but no, there's a whole squad. Almost 2 squads who's left.
Now we need to see how does Op4 react to this attack on the actual objective. We do see the BMP. It is all the way to the north here. We're seeing tracer fire from it. But it looks like the BMP is instead focusing on a different direction where Blue 4 Delta 2 is. As a distractionary element, you do have QSX trying to suppress that angle with that PKP, but look at that smoke.
They're trying to break down
All
the
of those
wall.
are
They
smoke
do.
grenades.
They're busting on the wall. Trees,
Yeah.
opening up that cover for Blue 4 to start pushing in. But all it's doing is opening a nice fatal funnel for Red 4 to work around.
Maz is locking
And
it
2
down, though,
quick
with that
kills.
machine gun. And the first Blue 4 guys getting to the AO are actually completely blown away.
Oh, absolutely blown away. Even with that fresh hole blown into it, into the compound, Red 4 still very much able to defend. And here comes
Huey
that
now
helicopter
flying
in
low.
very close. That
I told you
BMP
they would get comfortable with it.
Where's that BMP? It's actually on the move now. That Huey comes in close. That 14.5 millimeter rescripted cannon
Yep.
is going to do lots of damage to that helicopter if it flies slow like that again.
Blue 4 have lost quite a few people in the opening assault. I think that's the frames of Op4 being able to, keep their guns facing forward and take people out. I just watched one guy get blown up by his own grenade.
Blown to smithereens, yeah. Ooh, satchel charge.
Yep,
takes out,
explosives going off.
a bit of fence there, as
Yep.
well as some of the piping.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
And you got Brennan coming down the rear of the remaining Blue 4 guys. Go ahead, sorry.
I'm just saying, Blue Force push kind of joke quite satisfying, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, Blue 4 don't have that many numbers left.
I think Op4 just read on Reddit a guy, and that guy was the guy that killed Vagrant, which is Blue 4 Command. It's just a framing nightmare.
Pretty much. Strike first and strike lucky. I think this combat engineer Eagle, I think he might have tried to take down the construction building. But I'm not sure.
There's a commandeered Blue 4 guys. It's driving away, though, was shooting at the rear of that Charlie group that came in.
That BMP is now inside the compound, and a rocket comes in immediately, cooks off that crew.
I agree, low
And they
frames
are
are on the side of the
roasting inside there.
defenders. Oh, and you can hear them screaming.
Only for a second, and well, probably not anymore.
Yep. I think this is Finn solo crewing this. Huey is now flying really low and slow.
Again, just getting completely lucky and able to fly out of there.
K2 was just fired up at it.
Good shots from Finn. in
Yeah,
that
Finn picking
commandeered,
people off with the
gas.
gas.
He's a marksman rifle, but instead he'll take that PKT that he's got on top of the car. However, we do have here Space Cowboy Carl, the 249 of all things. Maybe coming in again.
Who did he just kill? Finn just TK'd someone.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Now he's killing the other guys in Op4. Yeah, so it was Carlson on the rear of these Op4 guys shooting at them. And then I think Finn thought he was Op4, so he just killed him as Carlson was also shooting at the same dudes.
Huey finally lands and drops the two crew get out on the roof.
Nice.
So they're going to try and, I guess, help with the clearing from the top down.
Op4's rushing in more forces.
Like you mentioned, the terminal does not show where it is as far as height, verticality.
Yep,
However,
it's on that third story. Pilot's going to touch it.
Yeah, Mountain able to start that hack. 90 seconds on the clock. And a couple of Red 4 are in here. We should see Poe try and make a push. As well
Mountain now
as,
preemptively throwing grenades down. Huey is destroyed. Building doesn't get taken out with it, though. Interesting.
I think this is a one-way trip, to be fair.
More grenades being thrown down as Mountain tries to lock this down.
Yeah, he's trying to get him on the stairwell.
Knocks him unconscious.
A little bit of lucky fragmentation takes him out. And now it is up to Platoon HQ. We also have Charlie 1 who came in here. That would be Chaos coming in, trying to find an entrance here. And he's going to find a way inside. Spike is inside. But he needs to find his way up to that third floor as well.
Nice, Falcon. 38 seconds. Op4 just red on redded their own. What is up with the blue on blue and the red on red today?
I mean, Red 4 in this situation, very defensive, very chaotic. They're not responding well to taking it from both ends. They can't deal with the pressure that both ends are giving them right now.
Goddamn innuendos. Mountain has a grenade go off on the floor below him, but he is fine, thankfully. 13 seconds. If Op4 wants to make a play, they need to make it now.
10 seconds.
Mountain cover.
Oh, does he see him moving to the smoke? Yes, he does. Takes down one. He tries to go for it. Can't.
And the other guy comes up, and there's the hack completed.
Nice. And by gets it, I mean they get the hack. Hack is complete, and that is a GG for Blue 4. 20 minutes left.
A little framey for my taste, but hey, that's A-okay. Yeah, that building's totally set to invincible.
Yeah. I like the idea
Sorry,
of throwing a section with the
Deuce.
bomb to blow the whole thing up.
Oh, wow. Blue 4 had completely owned the northern side. Look at the number difference right now.
Yeah.
So even if they didn't win that, I mean, with 20 minutes remaining, I think Blue 4 still would have outperformed Op4, unfortunately. All right. I am going to call it here. Always a pleasure to co-cast with you, Barb, and Arcor. Thank you for joining us. I'll go ahead and give you a raid, Barb. But otherwise, yeah, I will see you guys next week.
I love you.
Love you too. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. I'm going to now set up some audio equipment and catch up with, oh my God, like 47 DMs, and then start working on the audio box. But otherwise, cheers, guys. Have a good one. Go operate operationally. Let me go ahead and set up the raid. Nope. Thank you, Don. I appreciate it. All right.